us a strong foundation.
The National Fisheries Authority is going through a paradigm shift with more focus on domestic value adding and an emphasis in increased participation by citizens in spin-off businesses from the fisheries industry. This is according to their 2021 to 2030 Fisheries Strategic Plan. Outgoing Minister Dr Lino Tom, who had spearheaded the shift, says it is important that locals in PNG have greater benefit from the fisheries sector.
When I came into this portfolio, I was visited by some fisheries staff. We had chats over coffee, and they basically told me some things about fisheries. And coming from a sector quite different from fisheries, it was quite difficult to grasp things at first. But as I was getting my head around things, I realized that fisheries, basically the entire industry, the revenue that we generate, 95% of that comes from tuna. And tuna is a sector where the bigger industries are involved, the big companies involved. The small people are the ones missing out. So when I came in, I thought maybe we should do a paradigm shift and start involving the smaller people in the fisheries sector.
Dr. Lino was commended by staff of the National Fisheries Authority and members of the board for the 10-year strategic plan. But Dr. Lino was, although hesitant at first, has come to understand the fisheries sector.
I was appointed a Minister for Fisheries and Marine Resource. The first time Prime Minister Marape appointed me in 2019, I was a bit discouraged. I was thinking, health is supposed to be my portfolio, not fisheries. But when I came here to fisheries, in retrospect, when I look back, I thank God for appointing me to the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resource.
PNG fish and fishery products are exported to a total of 20 destinations across the globe, with more than $1 billion kina collected in revenue, according to figures in 2020. On the night of the Handover Takeover ceremony between outgoing Minister Dr. Lino Tom and incoming Minister Jelta Wong, a presentation of 100 million kina in dividend was presented to the national government. A sponsorship of 200,000 kina was also presented to the Medical Society of PNG for their medical symposium. Dr. Lino Tom says his move to the portfolio of Health Minister opens the door for another minister to follow through with a 10-year strategic plan.
It is good to move away from things that we become so comfortable with. There is no growth in areas of comfort. If you create yourself in a comfort zone, there is no growth there. I'm pretty sure my brother, Honorable Jelta Wong, and both of us, he didn't want to come to fisheries. I didn't want to go to health. We were both asking our Prime Minister to place us in other portfolios. I asked to move out of fisheries for the very reason that, sometimes when you stay in an area for too long, instead of you becoming the solution, you probably might become the stumbling block in terms of progress. So I thought, after passing the policy document, we have the strategic vision there, the roadmap there, I think it's better for me to step aside and get someone else to come in and do the implementation part of it.
Fisheries Minister Jelta Wong says the 10-year strategic plan will be the focus going forward, with emphasis on coastal communities to gain more in the sector. Also, an emphasis on enforcement, countering the threat of illegal fishing in Papua New Guinea.
There's one of the things that I really want to ensure and add on to the board and to NFA is to ensure that our surveillance of all fishing in our country is surveillance properly. This is due to the fact that it's a resource. In the highlands, you have gas, you have gold, and they can survive on that resource. But in the New Guinea Islands, or in most of the islands within our country, we rely on fish. I'm pleased that NFA has invested in fisheries management, state-of-the-art fisheries information management systems, including vessel monitoring systems and well-resourced and observer programs. These are all key to ensuring that we get a greater outcome for our country. In my capacity as the Minister of Fisheries, I want to see NFA continue to utilize the latest available technology in policing our oceans.
Fidelis Sukina for Inside PNG News.